Hello folks, welcome back to another bug hunting session of Blood Omen 2. This is obviously for the PC. Today is Monday the 6th of December, 2021. It is 5 PM and we are going to see if we can exploit some more bugs. So I've modified the OBS Studio recording settings so that it enables something called audio ducking, which is basically where the sounds of the game are not overshadowed by my speaking. So I had to do that because there were parts in the recording when I reviewed it where it was just too loud, and the parts where I'm actually speaking are so muffled that you can't really hear what I'm saying. So I decided to go down this road, and hopefully it should be a lot better. I'll link in the description the video I used to actually find the compressor on OBS Studio to basically compress the sound by 10%. Actually, he used 10%, but I used 7 because I found, oops, wrong button. I found that the if you compress not enough, so this particular scene is loud, for example, so you should be able to hear me speaking whilst this machinery is going on in the background. It's quite loud. Oh, the other thing that you probably not pick up on the console, and I'm not 100% sure if it does occur on the console, it certainly occurs on the PC, where scenes like this, for example, become extremely loud. Right now I can hear it in my ears, it's very, very loud. So if I turn it down, so the weird thing is, right, that if you go to options, sound options, it's set to 3, but actually it's much higher. So if I turn it down, then turn it back up to the normal, the original sound is actually quieter, despite the fact that I didn't actually change anything. The game does it automatically. It's a shame they didn't actually fix this bug, because it would have been nice to, because I got 2.1 speakers, for example, and the last thing you want is a neighbor's hearing a really loud clip from the game, which is absolutely unnecessary. It's just a shame because it's a bit of a nuisance. I'm just going to quickly look around, make sure there's no coffers that I've missed. No. Alright, so I think I've absorbed his blood. Yes, I have. Time to move on. Nothing here. It's a bit weird, isn't it? That flickering when you walk. Oops, forgot to put my phone on silent. Apologies. There should be a coffer up here. Yeah, there is. I love how they put the mist in. There's like no enemy here. Probably for ambience or for the next area, which can't be used anyway. This is quite funny. How cold. And then he doesn't approach me, even though he's looking at me. I'm right in front of you. Oops! I upset him. You notice that this time when I take a rage swing at him, because of the power up I used from one of the coffers earlier to power up my sword, he's dead with one hit. which you'll notice that. Ooh. Wow. I think there's any more coffers in here. I'm not going to turn the power on just yet because I'm actually just going to save the game, reload it, and get some more lore. I think I absorbed his blood. No, I didn't. And the good thing, because he killed the assassin earlier, I can just absorb her blood too. So one of the things you'll notice is that when you load the game, even though these areas were accessible before, they're not now. The other thing is that right now the door isn't highlighted, but with other areas you'll find that they are. Wow. If I draw my sword, it will definitely attack me. Notice he's crawling around now, whereas before he would just die. Again, I can't go back to get the coffer, and the collision detection will prevent him. You can see his head popping out the other side. I'll take that, thank you. Maybe not. Because it's on an elevated platform, I think I have to jump on it. Yeah, ooh, you do. Oh, that's some buggy collision detection there. Oh, forgot to take her blood. Don't mind if I do. Try and keep this recording to about an hour because I don't want to bore people to tears with the gameplay, because the last one was about 90 minutes long and it took like 3.5 hours to render the video, then it took a further 3.5 hours to upload it to YouTube, and then the video failed to upload. It said processing abandoned. I was like, great, what's wrong now? Looked for the help, found that you actually have to verify your YouTube account. Otherwise, what happens is you can't upload more than 15 minutes worth of footage, which sucks. Oh, wow, didn't mean to do that, but never mind. So normally I would just quit and restart, but what the hell is the point? If now I can't do it, and I haven't even reloaded, so there's no point. It's not a big deal anyway, it's not that much lore. Right now, I'm not sure if you can tell, that's really loud. That's much better. They'll both eventually die. You see, he's like, you can't see the top half of his body. Oh, it pop back out. Okay, it doesn't usually do that. I think there's a coffer in the left-hand side, from what I remember. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So, I mentioned before, but it was probably not very audible in the previous video, that I used a Ben Lincoln cheat. So basically I can run rage as many times as I want. So it's set to infinity, and I'm immune to water. Now, you don't have to set it like that, but I've chosen to do that.
Finish your work and come up. We're locking the main stairs.
Well,
But nothing. Good day, sir. This guy sees me kill him, doesn't run off, and just faces some pipes for some reason. Ooh. Got him like a fish. The bats are a nice touch. That's the assassin's sword. If I pick that up, you'll see that the current sword I've got equipped is pretty much to his. I'm just going to see if I can rotate. Yeah, you can see that's really long as a sword. Pick up this one. Really, really tiny. I'm going to stick with the sword that I have. Well, the disappointing thing about having the actual sword is that it has no bearing on how much damage the enemy takes. So having a weapon is purely just for fun. Oops. When it makes a woo sound, it means it's trying to enable a dark gift that you can't run. Which, wow, I did not expect that. So in the last video, if you remember, I said that he will never attack an enemy and have that enemy fall in. So that if I take it from a side view and actually do a look around, you'll actually see he's actually floating on midair on that ledge. So he's not actually in the water, and I actually can't. Oh, I kind of still absorb his blood. That's interesting. So I'm going to do a cheeky thing, right? I can't actually absorb any more blood in this area, but these puzzles involve. You see that shiny thing there, that Resident Evil-esque type gameplay trait. So that thing just turns a wheel and it drains the water. And the idea is that, obviously, since vampires can't touch water, you have to do it 3 times. So that's one of them. Then you jump to the ledge and then turn that one off. And then you mind control that dude over there and turn the last one off, where you can see the little sheen, little twinkle. But I'm just going to jump in and then go straight through to the second part of the puzzle. Now the weird part is, right, you'd expect the water, since it's actually quite high, you can see it's above the pipe. When I go through here, there's no water. Yeah. How strange is that, right? When I'm jumping, usually you can see the water level, but there's no water level here. Yeah. There's only one enemy here, right? Normally I'd save and reload, but for one enemy, I would argue it's not worth it. Plus, visually, I imagine as a viewer watching this, it's probably quite distracting, and you only want to see just kind of me playing through it rather than me. Oh wow, I really didn't expect that. That's really intuitive. You know, sometimes you play this game, right, and you find that there's so many interesting quirks that you just didn't expect before. I mean, it's cool, but I just didn't expect it. So I've been down here. There's actually nothing else in these rooms from what I recall. There's no additional coffers. It's just empty. There's nothing in here. So rather than show you all that, because it's going to be boring, I'll just suck the blood of these 2 bad boys.
Help me!
Head bobbing. Her knees poking through her dress. That's hilarious. I don't think there's anything here. I'm just gonna double check. On the other side there's actually a ladder, but there's no point climbing the ladder because there's nothing to do. Actually, I think there is. I know there's an enemy at the very end. Here he is. Did you hear that? The war cries. I have no idea where the hell that's coming from though. Because I don't think there's anything in those caskets carrying from the there's nothing in them. There's nobody there. I think from here you actually have to climb up and press a switch. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, there is a switch. So from what I remember, you have to open this door, oh yeah, it closes that, and then it just, I don't think you can jump all the way to the other side. Oh, you can't, no it doesn't. It's really crap that it does that. Do you remember what I said before about kind of when I press left and right whilst it's walking, it now turns, right? It turns the whole thing. But so I'm just pressing right. But if I stop and then turn right, it just flips the camera. On an analog stick, it would work differently. With a console, I mean. I generally don't use... You can hear that war cry again. Generally, I don't use a pad when I'm playing a PC game. I just think it's kind of pointless. I mean, you could argue, well, I want the console experience with PC graphics. It's like, okay. Jeez. Oh god, I got to flip the thing back over, don't I? Clicking my hip. That's really weird. Oh, I thought that was the him making the blood sucking sound, but it looks like something's boiling in the background, which is why it's making that sound. So this is the weapon power-up thing, but if I reload the game, what that's going to happen is that won't actually open anything. There's nothing in here from what I can recall. A coffer. No, it's just a weapon power-up. So what I'll do is I'll go forward. Oh, nothing in here. I'm probably just going to save and then not bother to reload. It's not worth it for one enemy. Humans don't provide that much blood or lore. I really don't remember it doing that. Might as well use this then. That is so weird. I really don't remember that door being locked. I think I remember what, yeah, there's a switch. You gotta love the original kind of early 2000s games where they have little areas of the door that stand out like a sore thumb. Like most doors don't have that kind of you know, objects that stand out like a sore thumb to the point where you know that it's relevant to the actual gameplay.
You there? What's the matter? I saw guards running down the stairs.
I've no idea, milady.
Go and find out. Is it a fire, an attack of some kind?
Perhaps we should wait until someone comes and tells us.
Did you hear me? Do you know who I am?
Lady, perhaps I should simply escort you to the garrison. Certainly they would be able to tell you there what is the matter.
Oh, very well.
So one of the things I noticed about this game, that occasionally you won't be able to mind control through the green barricade. Not really sure why. There's certain elements of the game where you're allowed to do it, certain elements when you can't do it. Notice his sword is illuminating. I'm gonna swipe his weapon because I like decapitating enemies.
You up there? Have you seen anyone pass that you haven't seen?
Nope, he hasn't, and he's not going to. On your feet, son. I love that sound, the clinking of his armor. So this part you have to mind control the guy above. Can't actually see him because of the things in the way, the chandelier. Where's he gone? That's really weird, because there's a finite amount of space that you can actually use to run around on the top balcony. Oh, there he is. He's went back into position. From what I recall, I believe there's a lever on the right hand side. I just want to check this side first. Oh no, it is this side. So that basically deactivates the ward gate. I believe that's the term they use, ward gate. It should disappear now. Oh, interesting, there's another one. But he can't walk up there. I generally always try to have the rage equipped. Only because it's so effective. So it just basically disabled this area here, because normally it's actually blocked. I didn't walk that way because I've played this level before. I'm literally replaying this game because the Legacy of Kain Facebook forum enjoyed the bugs that I found and started taking screenshots. But because of the requests, I decided to take videos as it gave them an opportunity to actually visually see what I'm doing. I don't think there's anything up here. How much lore they provide doesn't seem like much, but if you do it times 2, times 3, it starts to add up to quite a bit. pulsing effect is so funny, yet it's so cool. So I'm going to save it and then reload it. Normally I'd go up there and process a few different bits and pieces, but there's a part of the game where you have a bit of dialogue with a woman who wants to open the ward gate, but she makes you kill somebody else. It's like, you know what? I want you to go through all that pain of having to listen to the dialogue several times over. Wow. Oops. This is so cool. It's obviously supposed to be water, but it looks more like a glassy effect. You can hear it as well. You can see the little watery effects on the side of the wall. It's kind of smooth and bouncing up and down. So he will never land in the water. I mean, it's both cool as a kind of means so that you never lose on blood, especially if you're low on blood, but it's kind of annoying from this perspective that you want to do other cool things with the enemies that you can't typically do. Good day, sir. How do you do? Don't mind me. You got to hand it to Kain. He's got great dress sense. Looks like something Michael Jackson would wear. Oh, there's none up there, but there will be two over here in that dining room that I went to earlier. I'll have at least 2 opportunities to get some blood. I wonder if it will decapitate him now that I've got this weapon equipped. I've not tried to do that. Oh, oops. That would help, wouldn't it? No. It was still one hit kill, but unfortunately it doesn't decapitate him. I think it only just decapitates when you actually grab them. He's still looking the other way despite the fact that...
Seen anyone pass
Boink. Get up, man!
Greetings, vampire.
You have mistaken me, madam, for some thing I am not.
Don't waste my time. I know what you are. I work for the Cabal. Now listen carefully.
Speak then, madam.
The woman you seek is held in one of the upper towers.
Very good. How do I get to her?
Not so fast. You will need to pass this ward gate, and you will need me to open it for you.
Then do so at once.
In due time. First, there is another task that must be completed.
What task?
A nobleman of some importance is visiting the keep at this moment. He must be killed.
So that you may open the ward gate. Do you think me a fool? Open it!
He must be killed, I tell you. He is a traitor. He has done immeasurable harm to the Cabal. I swear it.
Do I look like a common assassin?
The ward gate will not be opened until that man is dead. I promise you. His name is Artemis. You will know him by his blue cloak. When he is dead, when his lying tongue has been stopped, I will open this gate and not before. Will you do it?
Apparently, I have no choice.
Go. Kill him, Kain. Rip out his cruel heart. Return when the deed is done.
So this is the one thing I wanted to kind of demonstrate. In theory, technically, there's nothing stopping me from mind controlling her. But I can't actually physically do it, obviously because it's part of the game, like part of the path of the, puzzle. One thing I also wanted to mention was, did you notice that this music sounds, if identical, if not exactly the same, to the area in Soul Reaver 2 where you meet Janos Ordrum?
Please, don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm just gonna kill you.
Taste.
That convulsing body. It cracks me up. This is quite cool. It's weird the water flows like that. I guess they had to work with what they had back then. This is actually pretty cool. I think that first one, that left mural, is very similar to, I think it's called Chukka, or Chukken. Same thing, just reversed. How odd. Is that reversed too? Yeah, it is reversed. That's very lazy. Although I do like that one at the very top there. That speaks volumes about the nature of the game's existence. And is pretty much based on the introduction movie that you start off with. You pretty much never see her again. Off with his head. How rude. How wooed. That's really loud. You notice the collision detection just slightly bumped Kain back further? Wow, somebody sent the lift back. I wonder if I can actually drop down there. Oh, I can. The collision detection blocks you again. Notice there's no door handle there. Actually, I'm gonna draw his blood, otherwise I'm gonna just get distracted and go. You know, when there's multiple routes that you can take in a game, you're like, ooh, there's one, there's one, there's one. And then a cutscene happens and you can't do anything. Shut it. Alright, so what have we got in this balcony? Okay, so you just have to jump on that one. In that case, what I'll do is I'll clear the first area now and then jump later, because I imagine that this one is a quick puzzle. Oh, there's nothing here anyway. Okay, cool. That saves me a lot of work. Take a looky. Oh, this is the end. Just that the design kind of ends abruptly. You'd expect that to be kind of rounded off. Like, even both tiles, like the tiles I'm facing, and then that tile there, they kind of end abruptly. You think it's going to continue. Like, that looks like it ends properly. Anyway, not a big deal. Interesting. What is this? Okay, that's cool, but pointless. Probably not going to come back up here again. Okay, nothing there. It's my control man and his bodyguard. Don't mind me, sir. That's blocked off. I wonder if his head's sticking out. Here it is. Ah, that's funny. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll go through that in a minute. Just want to go up here first. Make sure there's nothing I've missed. That's not going to open. No. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Never mind. Do I really want to do that? No, I'm just going to continue. I really don't want to go back and then repeat the same thing over and over again. Embracing his inner cat. Even though there's 5 of them there, I think you only ever fight like 2 or 3 of them. I do like their design though. It's got that kind of Sarafan emblem at the top. It's got a ward gate there. Did I come from here? I did, yeah. Don't mind me.
Come here.
So the moment you press the switch on that door, that will deactivate the ward gate above and activate the ward gate here, because you can't actually open that. That's triggered, and that thing there, I believe, is an alarm. And then you just bounce back. Doink. So that's number 1. That's number 2. I think another one comes along. See a guy, one of those servants. Oh, that was disappointing. to do with the whole WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. You only load what you see. Anything else is surplus. Back down, sir. Ooh, come here. Stop running. Good day, sir. His head will disappear, but his body doesn't. What else is in this room? I don't think there's anything else. That's the other side. Ouch. Let's go up the elevator. Very odd that there's a gap that big. Not a big deal.
Oh, pardon me, sir. I don't believe anyone is allowed up here. Don't hurt me!
Am I allowed now? I think there's one coffer up here and like 3 cauldrons. Ooh. Switch. Oh, I think that opens up the gate. Huh. 4 cauldrons. Oh. It's a timer. I wonder if it'll squish me when it automatically decides to close. No, it just pushes me forward. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't do that.
2 of my merchants have deliveries waiting. I don't understand the delay. I need my payment.
We will not be
Wow.
making any further payments.
But our agreement...
Notice half his body's missing. Oop! Just brought it back.
I have deliveries waiting. I can't send them back.
Throw them into the sea for all I care.
Throw them?
We won't be needing them.
But my contract! I can go to a higher authority over this.
I suggest you take your losses without another word and go!
I'll talk to the council. We won't stand for this.
By order of the Sarafan Lord, you shall do no such thing!
Wait. What are you doing?
Come here!
He hasn't done anything yet. The animation didn't start. Oh. Well, I killed him. That's one way to do business. Come get me. Boing! Oops. Ugh. Oh, crap. When that bookcase moved, I thought he was gonna have the capacity to use telekinesis to actually move it. I guess not. So if you remember earlier, I couldn't mind control through the gate, whereas now I can. To control that woman. Again, the whole story puzzle element. So this is weird, like they've got this thing here. Oh, we can't walk through it. But there's actually nothing on the other side. It's just like goes down the kind of spiraling down staircase. But it's the bottom of the spiraling down staircase, so you can't actually go any further. I'll show you what I mean. So when you go down here, there's actually a coffer, but it's underneath the staircase itself. Like there's no further you can go. I don't remember what. Oh, that's just to open the door, isn't it? He's alive again?
What are you?
Your worst nightmare. So there is a coffer up here, definitely. You can't do anything with these cauldrons. With that they have different textures for the cauldron kind of placement. There's nothing else to do up here anyway. Whee! So you have to go through here, then turn left. I'm just gonna kill him before I go through the save point. Don't point at me. It's rude, sir. Ooh. Spine crackling. From what I recall, that is the Sarafan area where you have to rescue Uma. I really don't want to quit, but it's worth it just to get that Sarafan blood. See, that's closed off. Actually,
Leave me alone.
don't talk to me like that. Actually, speaking of which, I think it is worth it, because remember there was two coffers. One at the bottom of the staircase, and one at the very, very top of the staircase. I didn't follow my own rule, which was to wait before my lore vial maxed out. But it was a human, so it's not a big deal. I think it still records it even if it doesn't actually have time to load it. I just think it accrues given the opportunity. So it's definitely worth it actually, because there's two coffers. Doesn't seem like much, but it does add up. Theoretically, by the next Sarafan kill, I should be able to max out my health bar and it should grow. Shut up. Oh, that's really weird. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, baby. So that save actually was worth it. So Uma's being kept in there.
Bodies were found downstairs. The intruder is near. I want you to patrol the courtyard.
Yes, sir.
I'll guard the cell. Move out.
To quote Liam Neeson's character, good luck. Oop. Wow, he's really blind, isn't he? Where's the other Sarafan? Maybe he's patrolling the other side. Oh, he is. And there's no mist. Oh well, he's just gonna have to meet his maker then, isn't he? Don't run from me. solve the puzzle while I'm at it. His sword is the one that decapitates. You see a visible difference, so I'll just do a quick look around for you. Oop, wrong side. You see the way his sword appears, right? You can see that his one's got a golden hilt and it's got a design on the actual blade. So now if I step back, do a look around. Oh, he carries it on his back because it's so big. He doesn't carry it on his hip. But yeah, it's it decapitates. I think there's one enemy in here, I believe, who's the keeping guard, keeping watch.
Kain, I thought no one would dare attempt to rescue me. You are either brave or foolish.
You will find me relentless.
There must be a glyph nearby that powers the ward. Find it and shut it down.
What was it that you learned in the industrial quarter? Tell me, in case I cannot free you.
Tell you now, before I am freed. What would you do in my place, Kain?
I would offer my rescuer a token of trust.
That information is for Borodor only.
Haven't I earned your confidence yet?
You have not rescued me yet.
Very well. I will return shortly.
The funny thing is that she reveals that information in front of Kain when Borodor is present. So it's kind of funny that she would wait. But then, you know, to her credit, I mean, if you were Uma, would you trust Kain? I wouldn't. Whilst I enjoy playing as Kain, he is truly, truly arrogant. Like, Blood Omen 1, you actually like Kain, because he was this nobleman who's trying to figure out his world, his life, what he's involved in. And Blood Omen 2 is like this arrogant, obnoxious character who's he just wants to get revenge and power.
It's nothing. We must get to the roof. Once I am outside these ensorcelled walls, I can use a spell to transport us back to Sanctuary.
If she has dark gifts, why does she need to use a spell? Or is the spell the dark gift?
No!
At last.
What living soul disturbs my order? What creature dares shed the blood of my servants?
He had the sword. Soul Reaver, the prize I had won a lifetime ago, was in his foul possession.
What is this?
You know me.
No. You were utterly destroyed so easily. Your name was drowned in the backwaters of passing time. All your plans were set alight and seared to smoke and ashes.
Let those words be your epitaph.
You dare dream of killing me. That fantasy was quenched in blood long ago when I defeated you. And yet, you have learned nothing. Such a pathetic creature. Dare you to challenge me again?
Oh, I dare.
Your death is fated at my hands. How many times must I teach you that lesson?
He is too strong for you, Kain. With the Soul Reaver, he can kill us both. We must flee and fight him when we are stronger.
No. Release me. That demon of filth is mine.
Filth.
I hate Kain. Now and forever. However long you delay, you will come to me for your sins.
Uma, alive and safe.
That was weird.
You have all our thanks. I can follow orders when it suits me. We met the Sarafan Lord.
He showed himself?
He is a touch more powerful than I expected. And he has the soul, Reaver. Strange that you did not tell me this at the first.
You are not ready to fight the Sarafan Lord. I told you that.
It was only by good fortune that we escaped. Vorador, I must speak with you.
You have information for us, I know. You may speak.
I was in the heart of the main factory in the industrial quarter. Before the guards discovered me, I had found a huge central chamber that housed some kind of magic portal. This portal looked into a place the likes of which I had never seen before. And this portal was held open by a single source of magic, a stone set on a pedestal. Vorador, I believe it was the Nexus Stone.
The Nexus Stone?
The Nexus Stone, not the Nexus Stone.
Explain.
The Nexus Stone is an item of great power. It can bend time and space to create doorways to any location within Nazgûl. I know not why the Sarafan Lord would be using it within the industrial quarter, but we could put it to great use.
And what use is that?
One who wears the stone cannot be harmed by the Soul Reaver.
And is this but a legend, to be proved false at the fatal moment?
Oh no, no legend at all. It has been proven. The Sarafan Lord wore the stone when he defeated you 200 years ago.
What?
How else could he have resisted the power of the Soul Reaver? You were unable to use the sword's power, and without it, he was able to defeat you.
Then I shall take the stone and use it to kill him. But
So if memory serves me correct, I was showing you guys earlier the mural of where
trust that is understood.
the Sarafan Lord defeats Kain. And the Nexus Stone is not actually on his person at the time the mural was done. So my guess is that they wait to this specific scene to reveal the Nexus Stone's existence.
Which lies in the northeastern part of the city. Find your way past the gate that blocks the townspeople from entering. But perhaps we may leave that to your invention. Uma?
Once in the quarter, look for the main factory complex. It is there that the stone is held.
So I mean, Vorador tells Uma to tell Kain where it
The
is.
Sarafan Lord's head.
So it's verging on an hour, but I haven't had the chance to save it yet. So what I'll do is when I get to the next save point, I will then
Left the relative safety of Sanctuary and
load from
ventured
that
once
point.
more into the night. The industrial quarter of Meridian was, I discovered, a heavily guarded fortress. Rather than assault it directly, I stole into the workers' commons and began my quest for the Nexus Stone there.
This is quite a fun level actually. It's a bit of a labyrinth, but it's fun. I vaguely recall this area. Oh, so loud. Oh, by the way, no, you can't see it on this screen. I'll show you on the main screen. This is actually running the 1.02 patch, so it's actually a lot more stable and a lot more resilient than the retail version. So it doesn't crash nearly as much as it did with the original. But the one thing that the IDOS said at the time, before Square Enix took over, is that you must not interchange. You must not interchange save files with different patches. So don't use a 1.2 save on a 1.0 game, and don't use a 1.0 save on a 1.2 game, because it just doesn't work, or at least it causes problems. I was just burning it. Okay, interesting. I can't remember what that controls, to be honest. Just looking here goes through that wall if you want to switch the power source to something else. So I can hear something else, but what the hell did it open? That's up, so it has to be right. It's like those plumbing games that you get on the Android. There it is. I believe there's a few enemies here. He's not very good at rotating whilst he's got that equipped. Come here, boy. Come here. I think when you flip the switch, it opens up that door. Since I've already opened the other door, it doesn't need the power anymore. So I'll go downstairs, flip the switch, absorb all the blood. Hopefully there'll be a save point soon. I don't think those bookcases move. No. What's behind here? Nothing. I wonder if you can climb that. No, you can't. Collision detection blocks it. Just need to flip that bad boy. So this is not a ward gate, it just supplies power for the switch. So that's why this should work. There you go, look. That's quite quick. Oh, that's useless. That looks so weird. Can I jump that bad boy? Oh, there's no point. That's just close behind me. Alright folks, I'm going to call it a day. It's already an hour and 4 minutes. But I just want to show you the version of the game. So you can see there, bottom right hand corner, it says 1.02. That's because I've installed the patch. So it's been 1 hour 4 minutes. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll join me again soon. Thank you very much folks. Appreciate it.